I'm Evan Thomason with This Week in Santa Clarita, and right now I'm joined with Brad Therian. Brad is the construction manager for the streetscape in Old Town Newhall. Now, Brad, I know it's been a little bit since we've come down here and visited with you. What's been going on in Old Town Newhall?
Well, the last time that you were here, we were just starting the demolition phase. We started down on the block between Market Street and 8th Street and began the removal of the curb and gutter and sidewalk. All that's been completed now. We've moved on to the next block, which was 5th to Market Street. All that demolition is done now. And as you can see, most of the construction is done. We're at the point now where the brick pavers are complete. The wooden boardwalk is complete. The Walk of Western Fame stars have been reinstalled, and most of the landscaping is done. So we're almost halfway through the project. We've started on the third construction phase, which is 6th Street to Market on the west side. And our intention is to have it presentable and safe for the 4th of July parade next week, which means we'll have pavers done, the new curb and gutter done, trees will be in, but most of the landscape will not. But it will be in good shape. It will look really nice for the 4th of July.
Absolutely, and certainly we're starting to see the fruits of everyone's labor down here. And let's take them a few piece by piece. Now, what we're kind of standing next to is some of the planking that you were talking about. Can you tell us exactly what that is?
Yes, this is a unique kind of wood that comes from Brazil. It's called Ipe. It's very dense. It's denser than mahogany. In theory, it will last for years with very little maintenance. As it ages, it turns gray, and almost nothing needs to be done with it. And it's very expensive too, but it will last a long time, and in the long run, it's definitely worth it.
It certainly gives a unique look down here to the streetscape. Now, as we kind of step aside, we can see, and you mentioned the Walk of Western Stars have all been relayed in this brickwork. Talk about that.
Well, we worked very hard to locate all of the plaques in the exact same location and order that they were before we did the demo. They were very difficult to pull out and preserve because they're terrazzo and easily broken. So we were careful to remove them and put them back, and now they look just like they did before.
And they look even better, I think, surrounded with all this amazing brickwork. So you mentioned the 4th of July parade, and I know that was always the deadline for this phase of the project. Talk about what's going to happen down here on the 4th of July. Well,
beginning next Thursday, we're going to start closing off the streets and putting up all the barricades and traffic control for the Saturday parade. We will be cleaning up the area, making sure that all the debris and sand and whatever deleterious materials we have in the area are all taken care of. So it's going to be neat, clean, and safe.
One of the major transformations that's taken place, Brad, in this phase of the streetscape is the intersections and the crosswalks. Talk about that for a moment.
Yes, we've taken out the old pavers, which were an integral part of a cross gutter system, which meant a dip in the road. Right. We installed a storm drain system, and the real benefit of that was getting the water off the street. We don't need the cross gutter. So we've replaced the old crosswalks with new pavers, and they're flat and smooth, and you don't have to stop every time you come up to the crosswalk, so you don't bottom out in the cross gutter.
Which was a big issue for the transit buses.
Yeah, absolutely. The buses would have to come to a stop as they cross through the intersection, and now they can go right through without having to slow down.
So function, form, and beauty, because it also matches the sidewalks.
Exactly, and we've also built integral to the crosswalk a bollard system. There are receivers in the crosswalk where, when we want to close down Market Street for the farmers market, for example, all we have to do is set the bollards in the receivers, and the street's closed.
So bollards are like stanchion poles or something.
Exactly. So we've put them on both sides of the street so that we can control traffic whenever there's a need to.
Brad, I want to thank you for keeping us updated, and we will check in the upcoming weeks and months. For residents, come down on the 4th of July and see this work firsthand.